It's looking like we're going to actually end up getting Sonic Movie 3 on December 20th, but because of that, there's a big discussion that needs to be had. Hey, what's up everyone, it's me, SpeedSuperSonic, because another video, and in this video today, we are back talking about Sonic Movie 3, but one of my favorite topics to talk about when it comes to Sonic Movie 3 is its box office and the performance that it's going to have at that said box office, and what it's going to be going up against. But the past two Sonic movies both did very respectable performances at the box office. I don't want anybody to think that $300–400 million is anything to scoff at or anything to think is particularly insane. But there's a clear reason we're getting a third Sonic movie, and that's because they've done good, and a large part of that is their release dates. Sonic Movie 1 had basically no competition at the box office on Valentine's weekend, which is kind of crazy. The only real significant film to release around that point was Birds of Prey, which was this Harley Quinn movie from DC. I completely forgot that was a thing. And then with Sonic Movie 2, there was a little more stuff. Once again, the actual release weekend wasn't that bad, but the weekend before and after, there was some stuff surrounding it, such as Morbius and a Harry Potter, what was it called, Fantastic Beasts. I think it was like the third one. Yeah, they canceled that series after that movie released. I believe Fantastic Beasts ended up taking that weekend when it first released, but the weekend after, Sonic Movie 2 reclaimed its top spot at the box office, which is very impressive. Sonic Movie 2's whole box office was very impressive, with it making $100+ million more than the first one, which is of course what you like to see, the trajectory going upwards, and I think we have every reason to believe that that's going to be the same case for Sonic Movie 3. But what I've kind of come to terms with lately, and a little changing of an opinion right now, is for the longest time, Sonic has been on the same release date as a bunch of different Disney movies. Paramount said, hey, we want December 20th. They put Sonic Movie 3 right there on Avatar 3's release date. I feel Paramount was confident that that film would get delayed, but what I don't think they anticipated is that Disney was very insistent on having that release date as well. By putting other films on their release date, they put Thunderbolts, which is this Marvel movie, on that date before that also got delayed, and now they have put Lion King, or Mufasa the Lion King, on that spot, and it's been there for a while, and it seems like they're sticking to that date as of now. I have said for the longest time that I don't believe that both of these films are going to stick at the box office together. I think that one of them would have to move, but honestly, as time's gone on, I'm starting to retract on that sentiment. I think that we could very well see both of these films release on the same day, and yeah, that's kind of crazy. One of the reasons I believe that both of the films would move is because they're aiming for similar demographics of families, but we've seen similar situations that happen before. Do I think it's the smartest decision for both of these films to release on the same day? Not entirely. Do I still think there's a possibility that one can move? Of course. A lot of times when this happens, studios work out deals to where, hey, if I give you this date, we want this date, and you can't put a movie there. That's happened plenty of times in the past before. It's not an abnormal thing. But if I was a betting man at this point, with the films being so close, I don't see a delay being inevitable, with Disney of having their flag planted for December 20th for a long time, and Sonic being like, you know what, we're doing it too by dropping this trailer a few weeks ago and saying, yeah, December 20th, get ready. So this leads to the question of, if both of these films are releasing on the same day, who is going to take the crown? Who's going to win? This one might hurt a lot of you guys, and I've been pretty confident in this, and I'm still very confident in this, but I believe that from opening to by the time the movies are done, Lion King will inevitably make more money and win the box office, quote unquote. I know that might sound insane coming from a Sonic fan. You might think, oh, Sonic 3 has it in the bag, and I'm sure a lot of you guys think that as well. But if we're simply being reasonable logistical people here who are looking at facts, Lion King has every reason to win the box office. Just until recently, when Inside Out 2 came out, Lion King from 2019 was the highest grossing animated movie of all time. So still, that puts it at the number 2 spot, just barely. That is impressive. That's very large. Lion King is an insanely recognizable brand, like incomprehensibly large. And don't get me wrong, Sonic is of course a big franchise at this point too, but I wouldn't put it on the same level as Lion King, and I think box office totals would just go to show you that. I've heard a lot of discussion about Sonic Movie 3 might make $1 billion, it's gonna be massive, and I think Sonic Movie 3 will do well. We'll talk about how I think Sonic Movie 3 will do, but let's compare Lion King's massive $1 billion+ box office performance to the Sonic movies. For instance, let's just take Sonic Movie 2. That movie only made $400 million, and like I said at the beginning of the video, $400 million is nothing to scoff at. But even if you were to combine the first movie's box office with Sonic Movie 2, you only get around like, what, $700 million and some change, which is nice, but that doesn't really come close to $1 billion. It only makes like relatively like a fraction of what Lion King made at the box office, that one movie. I'm not here saying that I think that Mufasa the Lion King is going to make comparable money to the first Lion King, but I don't think it's going to take that significant of a dip. Do I think it'll hit $1 billion? I don't really believe so. I don't think it'll hit $1 billion, but I could very well see this movie making $700, $800 million. And would I love to see Sonic take a jump to that type of box office performance? Absolutely. That would be literally insane if Sonic managed to hit that milestone of box office total. But with people bringing up the $1 billion marker for Sonic 3, no movie franchise in history, I believe, has gone from $400 million all the way up to $1 billion plus. Crazier things have happened in this world. There's of course a slim percentage that Sonic 3 could hit $1 billion and surpass Lion King, but history would go to show you that that is simply not the case, and that's not possible to happen. Listen, from the two trailers, I think Sonic 3, not just simply as a Sonic fan, but objectively, has had the better trailer so far and looks like the far more enjoyable movie. But Lion King, on the other hand, you're able to bring your smallest of children. It's releasing during the holidays, yes, like Sonic Movie 3, but based off of history, the brand, it being Disney, which is a trustworthy brand people are able to go to without a care in the world about it being too worrisome for families or whatever. People are going to want to see that. Let's not forget that there's Beyonce ties to this movie, which might seem insignificant to a lot of you, but that does play a role. It does have a large, significant cast with, I think, a majority of the cast of the first Lion King movie returning in some ways in this film. I don't really have plans on seeing Mufasa. I don't really have that much interest in it, but I think there are a lot of people out there who are going to. Let's not forget that in terms of marketing, Lion King has had a much larger head start on Sonic, with 2 trailers releasing before the first Sonic trailer released, with them doing a bunch of marketing and promo before that. That's not me saying that I think that Lion King is just going to completely wash Sonic and that there's going to be like zero competition. I think both movies will do super well, but if I was a betting man, if both of these films release on the same day, I think Lion King will inevitably end up taking the first day weekend and be the #1 movie in America or the world or whatever. And then you never know, maybe there will be, you know, a weekend or two where Sonic takes that crown, but by the end of the respective box office runs, I definitely expect Lion King to make significantly more money, a couple $100 million more than Sonic, whether that's by 100 or 200 million. I don't think it's going to be a crazy cushion, but I do think that, you know, Lion King will inevitably end up making more money if they release on the same day, which is looking like that is going to be the case. Once again, that could always change. So if these movies were to go head to head right now, that's my prediction. That's what I think. I believe that Lion King will inevitably end up taking it, will end up winning. I know a lot of people, obviously this channel's called SpeedSuperSonic, want to see Sonic come in first place and do better than Lion King and have that strong performance. And I think Sonic Movie 3 will do good. I think we're looking at a $500 million plus film here, which is impressive and a good job on Paramount's part. They've done a great job at building up this franchise, making more and more money, putting more and more brand recognition into this as it's gone on, and I think that will continue with Sonic 3. But I've been saying this, I think Disney and Lion King are just too much for it, and it won't suffocate the film. I think it will perform better than the past 2 Sonic movies, but don't expect it to beat Lion King. Don't expect it to make more money, and don't expect $1 billion performance out of this. Be happy if it makes $500 million or more, 100%. If it makes less than Sonic 2, that's where I think people would have to start worrying about the Sonic movie franchise a bit. If the trajectory starts going down, you want to see that continue to go up, and I think if I had to put money on it, Sonic 3 will end up making in the $500 million range. I know you guys want to see Sonic take the W, and you know, there will be W's, but just be happy with Sonic's performance. This isn't war. It's the movie at the box office. But this is where I pass it off to you guys and ask what you think. Do you think Sonic Movie 3 will make more or less than Lion King at the box office? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'd love to know what you guys have to say. Feel free to follow my social media. Links to my Twitter and Instagram in the description below. You can follow those best things in my life, future content, and all things Sonic the Hedgehog. But most importantly, if you're not subscribed, make sure you're subscribed. This is the #1 destination on YouTube for all things Sonic, whether it's video games, TV shows, movies, comic books, merchandise, and more. We talk about it all. If you're looking for a way to support the channel, become a channel member and join our Patreon. But guys, there's so much stuff coming. We're going to be covering every little piece that comes out in relation to Sonic Movie 3. Sonic X Shadow Generations is right around the corner. We have a bunch of awesome original videos on the way as well. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out. And be right by the motherfucking seaside, dog. Everything I see, I got a dream. I thought these leaves would go and take me out the dark. I know everything I wanted.
far away.